Flashback to yesterday's program, we had some audio from an OBGYN who said there are 3 things women should absolutely never do. The first was pee in the shower. That got a lot of buzz because she was saying, not only is it unhygienic, you're peeing there on the shower floor. My wife cannot stand that. Now, I used to pee in the shower, and she told me don't ever do that again. She didn't want to know that.
Did she catch you?
Yeah, she caught me one time. She caught me one time.
Caught you?
She caught me peeing in the shower.
I feel like...
Well, at least you had the water running, right?
No, I like to just pee in the shower.
Pull the curtain aside.
Yeah, there was no hiding it. There was no hiding it. I mean, I was urinating. I was outside the tub, just fully clothed, peeing in the shower.
Feet on the mat.
I thought that's the way you did it. I thought that was the thing.
I think you still do it.
That's private.
Oh, 100%. I'm not even. That's not even a parlay.
Yeah, I think
Not a parlay.
That is a mortal lock.
I think it's your one of your little defiant things you do. She's like, that's disgusting. Don't do that. But she'll never really know.
I'm the man of this house.
Yeah, so I think that sometimes you still do it, and as you do it, you're proud of yourself. You're like, I'm going to show her. And she'll never know. I mean, she will really never know.
By the way, here's my thing I saw on Reddit last night.
Yeah.
This is men were saying, if you want your girlfriend or your wife to not spend a lot of money on clothes, if you're with them shopping and they're trying on clothes and they say, how do I look in this dress or how do I look in this blouse or whatever it is? What you say is, oh, my ex had that dress. She looked hot in it. She looked so hot.
Oh, yeah, my ex had that.
Right back.
Now that is funny.
It's relationship.
Yeah.
You see that? It's relationship. I'll say this. One time, I was in the shower, and I was peeing in the shower.
An active shower.
An active shower. And she came walking in, and I just kept on peeing, but I got right in the middle of the water, so she couldn't tell. And she was talking to me about something else, and I was just...
Yeah.
Continue to scrub.
You got to act like...
You got to continue the shower motion.
Yes, and I did. I was like, oh, ho-de-do, washing up. And,
are we out of that conditioner?
Yeah.
The one I like?
Letting it flow.
Oh, yeah.
Is this coconut? I love it.
But you've got to be in the middle of the whole spray.
Sure.
It's got to be an active shower.
It's got to be. Otherwise, she'll definitely know if it's not an active shower.
Yeah.
P1 listener Katie K says, now this was the OBGYN, the OB-GYN, said women do not pee in the shower.
Well, her reasoning, if I'm recalling correctly, the TikTok OB-GYN was, it's nasty, which some people don't care about, some people do.
Right.
But she also said she was concerned about women's pelvic floors.
Exactly. Now that I don't know anything about. I don't know a woman's pelvic floor.
No.
Is there a subject I know less about than women's pelvic floors? No.
No.
I don't think.
Not really.
No. Menstruation. Nothing. There's nothing I know less about. Katie K says, peeing in the shower is the best. It's so freeing. She loves it. She does it. And it saves gallons and gallons of water because you never have to flush the toilet. She says she pees in the shower all the time. Now, she did agree with the OB-GYN's other point. Don't shove garlic up your hoo-ha. That was her second point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't look, as
I would hope.
I don't even think you need to own a vagina to know not to do that.
Even I know that.
I mean,
one.
the three of us know that was a bad idea.
Yeah. The OB-GYN said, don't shove garlic or yogurt up your hoo-ha just because you see it on TikTok. It will not treat an infection.
Now, so maybe you can follow up with Katie K, our admitted shower peer. Do you squat, or do you just kind of let it dribble down your leg and let the water hit it?
She didn't say.
I figure I bet there's no squatting. I bet it's just so. Boom.
Because women's apparatuses are different than the men's. You know, it's
yeah. I mean, I know, but
we've got a built-in arc.
He's right.
But I bet
that's why we can write our name in the snow.
Yeah, but I bet they just let it run down the leg. Again, you're in the shower, so
you let it run down the leg.
Yeah,
is what you're saying. Yeah,
and then soap up.
Yeah,
that's why I pictured it, but I really don't know. She says that when you're in the shower, she never lets her pelvic muscles fully relax, so she's not worried about her pelvic floor. That's Katie K.
She's kegling all the time.
You got to do your kegling. You got to do your Kegel exercises. I learned about that from watching Sex and the City.
Of course you did.
Kegel exercises, you loosen and tighten your Kegel muscles, 10 or 15 times a day.
Is that why your office seat is so hot?
It's possible. I do my Kegling here. Christian
during
will-
the show? Because
in a-
I have to sit in that chair in about an hour.
In an hour, he'll know. I'm doing my Kegling right now. I do that a lot during this show. Got to stay tight. You got to stay tight. Exactly. So I don't know, but she says that peeing in the shower is freeing and very nice.
I'm sure plenty of women do.
I saw another thing. Two more things on Reddit. I saw a woman say, and this is about hygiene as well. I'm going to tell you my huge pet peeve, and it's grammatical. She was saying how she doesn't like shaking hands, that we should all go to a fist bump, which was a lot of talk during the pandemic, you know.
Right. There were headlines like, is the handshake dead?
Yeah.
The answer is no.
No, it's come back. But I did read, even before the pandemic, that shaking hands is the best way to pass germs. You know, you're basically, your hands, they say never touch your face, that kind of stuff. And then you transfer whatever's on your hand to somebody else's hand. A fist bump or what was the one you like?
Finger gun?
Double guns.
Love finger guns.
No touching at all.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
That's right.
Is that Chris Demm? Yeah.
Yeah, you pull out the finger guns, give him a shot. Well, a woman said that she hates handshakes. But what I dislike was she spelled hates, H-A-T-E-E-E-E-E-E-E-E, which really what she said is, I hatty handshake.
Instead of hate, she said
Hate.
hate.
The A should have, 6 A's in there. And I see that all the time online. It's
How did you spell all?
A-A-A-A-A-A-A-A-L. Not all, but all.
Well, all's tricky. You could actually do both.
You do, but either. But I feel like if I did A-L-L-L, it's
I started seeing it years ago when like family members, nieces and nephews, when they were younger, would say love, and it's L-O-V-E-E-E-E-E.
Yeah.
But that is just the language.
That's how it's done.
That is just the language of the internet.
It should be L-O-O-O-O-O. I know that's a strange hill to die on, but I will. I'll do that.
Okay.
I cannot stand that. It was like yesterday. I was trying to explain to my son.
You're clenching your pelvic floor.
I know
can feel
that. I
it.
am.
I can see it.
This chair is going to be so hot in an hour.
Blistering.
When
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Demm sits in it, you better put a pad down. This is a hot chair right now. My son yesterday, I was trying to explain this to him. Actually, my wife was. I heard it on speakerphone. He's struggling with biology. He's in college. It's his sophomore year. I told you he took that test that he didn't do well. Later, he had a makeup test. Anyway, he's struggling with biology. So my wife said, well, go to your professor during office hours and talk to him. And my son said, he doesn't have office hours. And my wife said, I listened to this whole conversation. My wife said, I guarantee you he has office hours. Every professor is required to have office hours. Remember that, where you had to go see him?
Well, I do, but I went to college in a different century.
Well, they still do. They still have office hours. And my son said, he doesn't have office hours. And my wife said, go to your syllabus. He has office hours. And they do. They have. He said.
Does he know what a syllabus is?
Yeah, they have it. They have it on. Well, now it wasn't paper, but it was on some app or something that he had. So it was emailed to him or something. He goes, all right, let me go check. So he goes to check the office hours. And he goes, okay, yeah, he's got them. And my wife said, when are his office hours? And my son said, they're Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 1400 to 1500. And my son goes, what kind of time is that?
That's
Okay.
Now that's a bit of an off-putting.
I
Yeah.
agree. I don't know why.
I mean, if I recall, that generation can't even read the hands on a clock. And you're going to go full military time on
military
them?
time. So I said, what kind of time is that? 1400 to 1500. My wife said, that's 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And my son said, well, how am I supposed to know that? And she goes, it's military time. You subtract 12. Just subtract 12.
You know, that may be his way of making sure that nobody ever comes to his office.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Clearly it's designed to perplex and repel students.
Because I bet most just stare at that and go, I don't even know how to I'm not going to even try to go.
I can't even.
I can't even. And then my son said, well, I'm sorry I'm not a military strategist.
I'm sorry I'm not a 5-star general.
Just like that bit from South Park we play, which we've played a few times when your teenager comes over.
Hello?
Bruh, how do I make ramen?
Excuse me?
I'm starving and the instructions are all stupid.
Oh, is this my teenager? How's it going, dude?
It's not going. The ramen's all hard and I can't eat it like that.
Well, you have to put the noodles in boiling water.
Where do I get water?
Do you have a sink?
Bruh.
Bro, what?
I'm sorry, I'm not a 5-star chef!
Well, that was the military time conversation they had yesterday, and I heard it on speakerphone. Yes, I agree. I think the professor is putting it there so he can keep every student away and probably takes a nap in there, probably gets some sleep from 1400.
I mean, I have to be here.
I know. I mean, I might as well. From 1400 to 1500, he's probably watching TV.
Yeah. I bet he gets 5 students a year. And they were military kids.
They're ROTC. Yeah. Other than that, you're not getting anybody in there on that.
Or maybe the GI Bill.
Yes. My son was more perplexed by that than anything he'd ever said. What? What is it? As you can imagine.
I grew up on Army bases and still have a hard time with it.
Yeah, it is. You have to think. My wife said, just subtract 12. Subtract 12 from what? What?
Why 12?
I don't know what this means.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, it really, really threw him for a loop.